This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the one and only Autzen Stadium, as we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. The Ducks will kick this deep to start us off. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. The recovery seam. Down, not much gained on that return. Great pass, the catch is made. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Both these teams told us they're eager to prove a point. Here we are mid-season. They both earned their spot in the rankings, but we expect tight competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. Love the fact that we get these two teams on the field. May the better team win, and hopefully it's a close one all the way to the end. Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
Moves out of the pocket. Avoiding the pressure, moving out to the right. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Really good job here by this defense of taking away any threat downfield. Once he came to the outside, nowhere to go with the ball, so he has to tuck it and try to pick up a couple yards.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. That one moves the ball across the 40.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Can he get there on the ground? He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. 4th down, look at a throw for it. Flips it to the running back, but he's got work to do. And the Spartans pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Good job up front here by this offensive line to protect the Michigan State quarterback and give him time to make an accurate throw for the first down. And boy, over the years, especially recently, they've had great quarterback play. Connor Cook, 3 years of starting, outstanding performances by his Michigan State offenses. Kirk Cousins, we saw what he could do when he was at East Lansing and the job he's now doing in the NFL. Even going back to Drew Stanton, who's more of a dual threat guy. Spartans have had really good quarterback play.
On first down, it's play action. Makes a quick catch. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
Boy, tight windows as always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. They grab the early lead. Well, that start could not have gone any better, Kirk.
Well, Chris, as you know, it's always huge for an offense's confidence to score on the opening drive. Most times, coordinators are just kind of feeling the defense out, giving them a lot of different formations, kind of see how they react. To get points on the board, man, that's a huge plus.
He'll take off from deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Now here's the toss play. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They'll tackle him at the 27. So an early season test for both teams, a top 25 matchup. Both trying to get off to a quick start here, Kirk, and set the tone for the rest of this one.
Well, that's the beauty of these matchups early in the year. You're either going to come out fast or fall flat, and one of these teams will experience the latter. This game is crucial to kickstarting your team in the right direction for the season. These kind of games create that type of momentum.
Now here he goes. The 30, at the 20. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Oregon.
Love how the quarterback waited until the last possible second to draw the defense in until he pitches it out on the option play. And not only does he get big yards, but they turn into a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. First play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Single back takes the handoff.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He escapes the pocket, fires it on the move, and it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the punt is down just inside the 30. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. To throw, it's St. Clair. The pass rush closing in. The sure hands, it's Clark. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. That has been in large part for the Lions on the ground game, which has been featured from both sides in this one so far. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Toss play. Back ends to his right. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And he's got it at the 15. Breaking tackles and going. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And the Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, what a grab!
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pass caught. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards. Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid game.
Chris, it's the consistency in his back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football and it falls incomplete.
And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And the pass is complete to the tight end. They bring it down at the 11, but it'll be first down from there.
Man, that is a quarterback's best friend. Opportunity to find that open tight end. He takes a big hit, but holds on to the football to show that strength and awareness for a nice first down.
The pocket breaking down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of it, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. We've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. At the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. He wins the foot race to the end zone.
And I'd love to watch the execution of this option play. Right now, the defense has no idea if this quarterback's going to pull it or if he's going to give it. Here he pulls it himself, finds yards, and comes up with a touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out. It's Taylor. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Michigan State offense is back out on the field. A little bit of my turn and your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. They stop them after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the coverage team finally gets him, but a great return. You can see the elusive speed from the return man. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. He breaks free. He's stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, it's really hard to be accurate when you're falling back and not getting anything on the football. He threw that ball off his back foot.
So here we go now, 3rd and short from the opponent's 24-yard line. What will the offense choose to do at this point? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Trying for a 4th down completion. Grab down the middle. It's Perry. He'll go down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that 1st down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Fighting off the defender. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. 3rd down play for this offense. It's an option look. He'll toss it to the back. No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Oregon.
Wow, that is split-second decision-making by this quarterback, and it's necessary to run the option. The quarterback saw the defender and pitched it to his back, and he took it in for the touchdown.
Here comes the point after attempt. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. They'll take the return and try to get some better field position. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring them down at the 16. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the 1st half clock. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Running back has it on the screen now. Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? Inside the 10. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Spartans.
Well, that's how you close a half up. But what a game we have already here. Looks like we're going to be all tied up heading into half after the throw for 6.
And the extra point was up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
Good throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. He's got it with room to run. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for his big tight end. He's got a man down the middle. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Spartans will kick it away to get us going in the second half. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Trying to get something going early here in the second half and jump on top. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Handoff heading left. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. They get him down, but a big play moves into the 45.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Short connection to the tight end here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
They'll give it to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this went forward to help this upcoming third down call.
Well within field goal range now, but they're hoping for more as they line up here on third down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. To the air, it's St. Clair. Throwing for his running back. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down?
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
Here comes a gamble. Offense on the field, going for it on 4th down.
Ready, go.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Touchdown, Ducks, to put them on top now.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT puts him in front by 7. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Michigan State offense is back out on the field. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Breaking free at the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
One play, and they're already past the 40. 1st and 10. It's a toss to the left side. He's got room to run. Runs through the defender. And that play moves the ball across midfield. 1st down now from the 42.
Go at the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that, and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Michigan State. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against his secondary. But let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense... And now it's fumbled. What a decision. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
Tied up here in the 3rd quarter. These 2nd down and long plays become important as they try to avoid 3rd and long. With the catch, it's Hill. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. Forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
1st down and 10. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
The Ducks are on the move here. Design quarterback run. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. The shotgun handoff here. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And as we take a break to flip into the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. From the gun, he looks for an open man. On the move now. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and a receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Tie ball game, late, and they're going for it on 4th down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. 4th down, he's throwing for it. The sure hands, it's Perry. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Welcome to a really compelling matchup that almost has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. Today, one of the best running back matchups you're going to see all season long. 2 stars colliding here. Welcome to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the one and only Autzen Stadium. as we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Ducks will kick this away to get us going. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
This is a matchup we have been waiting for. Two elite wide receivers. They bring a great skill set and swagger, hoping to use this showcase to show they are the top receiver in the country. Welcome to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the one and only Autzen Stadium, as we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks. EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. And the Spartans will kick this away to start us off. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. The offense with 3 tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. Have you ever seen this? The punting team on the field on first down. Ball fielded near the 35. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Sparty. The special teams produce a score. Wow, so the punt returner all the way to the house to put his team in front now.
Well, that's one way to do it, right? You don't have to worry about your own offense putting points on the board when you get a score from the return team. 6 points on the board, heck of a return, and they're up.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Quarterback's got it on the option. Breaks free. He's got the force and still going. And he will head out of bounds after a huge pickup on the ground.
Great call here by the offensive coordinator by the Oregon Ducks to be able to pick up this first down on the option. Puts so much pressure on the defensive coordinator when you have a quarterback that can run it and throw it. We've been seeing that play run for years now in Eugene.
He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Gift to the offense with the offsides makes it 1st and 5. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looks like a man is down in the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Second down after that run on the previous play. Direct snap to the back. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set. Allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Hands it off from the gun. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They'll feed the back again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and to keep him short of the first down.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Drop him back. We're going to throw for the first down. He's going to take off. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but a huge gain